I'm with everything you're saying, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
don't compare us with them. We're not them. We're not the Israelites. We're not none of that.
We're the Israelites.
That's like telling a bird to jump off a nest and he don't know how to fly. He gotta learn how to fly, right?
Right.
You taught us how to fly.
Okay. So what's your nationality?
Right. Mexican.
No, you didn't learn how to fly then. Because your nationality is the Israelite. You are the Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. When you know that, then you have learned how to fly. You cannot say that you have learned how to fly, calling yourself by the colonizer's name.
Ain't always coming, that's why I gotta be sober, yeah. Wisdom like a safe house, I was running from a cobra, real talk, I seen a lot from
Psalm chapter 147, 19. This is why we don't believe in the Bible. This is why we don't believe in God. Because if God was for everybody, why did the people have to go in slavery?
However,
you got to think about that type of stuff. That was done by man, but it was authorized by God to put them. Watch this. I'm going to just give it to you. Hold that. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. I'm going to show you. It was done by man, but it was a punishment from God to his people for not keeping the commandments. And I'm going to prove it. Watch this. What's your name? David and David. No, that's beautiful. Watch this. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
No, the Bible just said, right? If the Israelite man and woman did not keep his commandments and listen to the commandments, that curses will come upon them, right? Right? Now let me ask you this. Does this look like a blessing or a curse? That's a curse for sure, right? That's a curse, right? Yeah, but is it a blessing or a curse? Well, so it's a curse then, right? It's a curse. Okay, so watch this. God said if his people did not listen to him, that curses will be put upon them. Let's see if this is in the Bible. Let's see if it's in the Bible. Jump to verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Didn't this come upon our people? Didn't this happen in history? You better believe it.
And shall pursue thee.
And was we able to run away from this? No, we wasn't. Come on.
And overtake thee.
Didn't this overtake us? Yes, it did. Because they stopped calling you. They stopped calling you Israelites. They stopped calling you the children of Jacob, and they start calling you Mexicans. So it overcame you. Guess what? It overcame you. How? Because we don't know that history. They hide that history from us. This overcame us, and it overshadowed our real history. Come on.
Till thou be destroyed.
Till what?
Till thou be destroyed.
Now look, are we walking around like this now?
But we still are slaves.
We know we still are slaves, but are we physically walking around like this now? No. You know why?
Yeah, we are.
You know why? Because God said, until you be destroyed. You were gonna go through all of this until you understood that you wasn't that your history was gone. Until you understood what the white man gave you and took that as sound doctrine. That's why you're not walking around like this no more. That's why you don't have the yokes of iron around your neck no more. Come on.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Then he's telling you why he did it. As a father, you got kids, right? You don't have to tell your kids why you beating they behind, right? But you do, so they don't do it again, right? God is telling you, I'm doing this to you. This happened to you because you disobeyed me. Like he read in Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Read.
To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
You have every single right to dictate your children if you have that type of authority so they can be good. You don't
That's what I'm
beat on
saying.
them and disrespect them.
No, you're not. We're not
Treat them
talking
like
about
shit.
disrespecting them.
No,
We're not talking
I'm
about
not
treating
trying
them
to
like
go
this.
against you. Nothing. I'm with everything you're saying, but I'm saying
Yeah.
to you, don't compare us with them. We're not
Who the hell is
them.
them?
We're not the Israelites. We're not none of
We
that.
the Israelites.
Yes, right.
We are the Israelites, brother, and that's what we're proving right now. We are 100% the Israelites. And the stuff that we go through shows that we the Israelites.
Right.
This is what I'm reading. It's stuff that our people, we ain't no damn Egyptians. You don't look like the Egyptians. No, it didn't start in Egypt. No, Moses is an Israelite just like we are Israelites. So please don't talk because you don't know what you're talking about, brother. Read that.
Verse 46, and they shall be upon thee
And these curses shall be upon us.
for a sign.
Brother, how do you know this is Crow's Landing? Because the signs say so. How do you know that this is USA gasoline? Because the signs say so. God said the stuff that happened to you in history, the curses that I put upon you in history is going to be a sign to identify you. Read.
And for a wonder.
So you don't have to wonder who you are no more. Why? Because the signs say who you are. Come on.
And upon thy seed forever.
Oh, my seed is calling, I was calling myself African American at one point. All of my brothers, we all of our father's seed, we all calling ourselves African American. You are all of your father's seed, y'all all calling yourself Mexican. That's the curse. The curse is that you will lose your nationality, you will lose your heritage, you will lose your culture. And then you will walk around this place thinking that you're free, but you're not. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Now he's telling you why, because we wasn't happy to keep the Sabbath holy. We wasn't happy to just be with one woman and marry that one woman. We want to sleep around and make bastard children all over the place. That is not our culture. That is why a bunch of our men is effeminate. This is why a bunch of our women are masculine, because we're not keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments as it is written. That's why the world is upside down. That's why it's in a dark place and not a light. Because we are upside down. And we allow them to dictate the way that we are. Come on.
For the abundance of all things.
The abundance of all things is what I read to you earlier. God giving us the earth, God giving us the world as an inheritance. Come on.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Uh-oh. Are we not in America serving our enemies? You work, right? Are you working for people that's putting the money back into your community? So who are you serving? You serving these same people. You serving these same people that started all your religions. Because a lot of the money that they make goes right back into this movement right here. Come on.
Serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Wait, who sent our enemies against us?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Why? Because we broke his commandments like we read earlier. Come on.
In hunger.
And hunger. When you want food, David, where you gotta go get your food from? Who owns the grocery store? Is it us? Who is it? Yeah, exactly. The colonizers do. God said this was gonna be a curse upon his people. That you don't keep the commandments, now you ain't growing your own food. Now they gonna steal your land, they gonna steal your food, and then sell it back to you, and then put their kids through college with it. That's a curse, bruh. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. When you want water, Alhambra, Aquafina, the water in your house to run, you have to pay a bill. You have to go to your enemies for that. Come on.
And in nakedness.
The very clothes that you have on your back, it's made in China, imported to America, sold unto us, sold by who? Your enemy. Come on.
And in want of all
guess what? In one of all things, birth certificate, death certificate, driver's license, religion. You had to get it from your enemy. God said that's the curse upon the Israelite man and woman. Come on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he, the same enemy that you got to get food, water, clothing, religion, toilet paper, birth certificate, death certificate from,
until he have destroyed thee.
He gonna do this to you until he have destroyed you. This is not happening now because you have been destroyed, David and David.
No,
you have been destroyed.
But my whole point was this. I appreciate the way you paid it for us. I appreciate the road that you paid for us. I appreciate the black man and the black woman, most of all. I appreciate every struggle and every sacrifice you guys have made for us. This is the reason why I'm able to wait. That's the reason. Yeah.
You separate us. This is
I'm not trying to.
What the colonizers did to our brain.
Jeremiah 53.
We read it again. You separate us, David.
No,
we are all
not
one.
separated.
Right. You are.
I'm giving you gratitude.
No. The gratitude don't come to me. The gratitude comes to us. We are one people. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's like telling a bird to jump off a nest and he don't know how to fly. He gotta learn how to fly, right?
Right.
You taught us how to fly.
Okay.
So
what's your nationality?
Right, Mexican.
No, you didn't learn how to fly then. Because your nationality is the Israelite. You are the Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. When you know that, then you have learned how to fly. You cannot say that you have learned how to fly calling yourself by the colonizer's name. You learn how to fly when you understand that you're God's people and you're supposed to be keeping God's commandments. Watch this. Come on.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 49.
68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God said he was going to bring us into slavery again. That's what Egypt means. Come on.
With ships.
What?
Ships.
How did the so-called Hispanic get from this land unto the Europeans? By the way of slave ships. So who is this talking about? This is talking about us. This ain't talking about everybody else. I went here to show you that we are the Israelites and only we are the Israelites. I went to this to show you, bro, there's a better way, there's a better path, bro. You married? You got a girlfriend? Good. The next time you decide to lay with a woman, you gotta stay with that woman. You know what that means? No, but okay, so then stop having sex then. Good job. Stay like that. You know what that means? That means you're becoming a man now. Give me 1 Kings 2:2. Because what we know and to be as men, that's not what it is, bro. We think men are just we think being an adult is being able to buy alcohol and buy liquor and buy cigarettes and have sex and get tattoos. That is not being an adult. That's actually child's play. Right, that's small, right? But God defines what a man is. Come on, read that. First, no, I'm talking like your brother, and I am. I'm talking like your brother, and I am. I'm talking like somebody that loves you, because ain't nobody telling you that you're the greatest thing that ever walked the earth. Nobody's telling us that. Nobody's telling us that. But I'm talking like I'm God. No, I'm talking to give my people their power back. Read what you got.
1 Kings 2 verse 2. I go the way of all the earth.
God, David said he's been all over the place, all over the world, bro.
Be thou strong therefore.
He's telling his son Solomon to be strong.
And show thyself a man.
And show yourself a man. How?
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
A man, a real man, a man of God is going to keep God's charge. That's his commandments. Come on.
To walk in his ways.
To walk in all of his ways, David. So guess what? We're not supposed to be baby mamas and baby daddies. We're supposed to be husbands and wives. That's a man. We're not supposed to be watching each other struggle. We're supposed to be helping each other in the struggle. That's a man. We're supposed to be able to see the danger and walk around it, but not just walk around it for yourself. Lead your people around that danger too. That's a man. Come on.
to keep his statutes and his commandments
Come on.
and his judgments and his testimonies as it is written in the law of Moses.
That's everything we supposed to, everything we read in this book that benefits us as a nation. That's how you be a man.
That's right.
That's how you be a man. It ain't no man running around here making a baby mama out of his sister.
That's right.
Ain't no man out here handing drugs and guns over to the youth.
Right.
That's not a man. That's a boy. That's a child.
That's right.
Ain't no man go after he know the truth and learn the truth, stay following after these colonizers' customs.
Right.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is